The elephant and the ant's secret strength. Have you ever wondered how someone so small could stand beside someone so big? Tonight, I will tell you the story of an elephant and an ant who taught each other the meaning of true strength. So close your eyes, my dear ones, and let this gentle tale walk slowly into your dreams. My dear little ones, it is your old storyteller again. Tonight, we go to the edge of a wide forest in India, where tall trees touched the sky and rivers flowed like silver. Among the animals of the forest lived a mighty elephant named Raja. He was the biggest creature anyone had ever seen. His tusks were long and white, his ears wide like fans. When he walked, the ground shook. Beneath his heavy feet, Raja was proud of his strength. He often told the smaller animals, "Move aside, for I am the strongest in the forest." In that same forest lived a tiny ant named Chinny. She was small enough to hide under a leaf, yet she was hardworking, carrying crumbs many times her size. She lived with hundreds of other ants in a neat little anthill. Though she was small, she was cheerful and kind. One hot afternoon, Raja the elephant was drinking water at the river. He saw Chinny the ant carrying a grain of rice across the shore. He laughed loudly. "Little creature, why do you trouble yourself with such heavy loads? You are so small, you could never do anything important like me." Chinny stopped and looked up at him with her tiny bright eyes. Elephant Raja's strength is not only in size. Sometimes it is in patience and hard work. The elephant shook his head. "Impossible, I can crush you with one step," Chinny replied calmly. "True, but one day you may need even someone as small as me." The elephant laughed and walked away. But the forest has a way of teaching lessons. One evening, a great storm struck. The sky roared with thunder and rain poured down. The river swelled and trees bent under the wind. Raja the elephant tried to find shelter, but in the darkness he stepped into a trap. A hunter had dug a deep pit covered with leaves. The mighty elephant slipped and fell into it. Raja trumpeted loudly for help, but no one dared to come nearer. The pit was too deep and the ground too slippery. Days passed. He grew weaker. The other animals looked from far away but could not pull him out. At last, Chinny, the little ant, heard his cries. She hurried to the edge of the pit and called Raja. "Do not be afraid. I will help you." The elephant sighed sadly. You are too small. No one can help me." But Chinny called to her friends. Soon hundreds of ants gathered around the pit. They began to dig with their tiny jaws and feet, carrying away little bits of soil. Bit by bit, grain by grain, they worked through the night. The pit grew shallower. As dawn came, more ants joined. The earth moved slowly until at last the elephant felt the ground beneath his feet rise higher. With one final push, Raja climbed out. The elephant stood trembling but free. He looked down at the tiny ants, bowing his great head. "You have saved me, little Chinny. You were right. I thought only size mattered, but your patience, your teamwork, and your kindness were stronger than my strength alone." The ant smiled. Every creature has its gift, big or small, all are important. From that day, Raja never mocked the small animals again. He became their protector, walking gently so as not to harm them. The ants marched proudly, knowing they had saved the mightiest of the forest. And whenever Raja saw Chinny carrying a grain of rice, he remembered that even the smallest can hold the greatest strength. And so, my dear ones, remember, this true strength is not measured by size or power, but by kindness, patience, and working together. Even the smallest among us can do great things when we do not give up.